Hugh Freeze spoke to the media today about what he expects with the upcoming ADay this weekend. So I want to tell you a few of my favorite points that Hugh Freeze brought up. The first one is he did bring up Robbie Ashford. He said that he is well enough to play. He's still having to go through therapy on his shoulder, so he's not 100%, but he said he's pretty close to it. He's pretty close to full speed. He's not completely better, but he's getting there. Another thing I want to bring your attention to is that he said that he thinks the team as a whole is healthy enough to do ADay. ADay is one of those days where you can get some extra injuries that you really don't want. And so it's something as a coach you got to be aware of. But he said he thinks the team as a whole is healthy enough for this day. So that's a really good thing. The next thing that he kind of reiterated over and over and over that I thought was interesting is he time and time again said he doesn't want the fans to expect too much. Don't expect, I think I wrote down, he said something about truthfully, or don't expect too much truthfully. So he doesn't want our expectations to be too high. I have some bad news for Hugh Freeze. Auburn fans, our expectations are always up here. We're always expecting a lot. So when it doesn't happen, we do have a tendency to get a little disappointed. It's just who we are. But he said, don't expect too much truthfully. Don't expect too much. He doesn't want the fans to be disappointed because he knows that the disappointment leads to frustration. And we see that every year with ourselves, with the fans. It's what we do. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it is what we do. So I am kind of glad he's getting ahead of this and saying, hey guys, don't get too excited about this. He's saying, we can't show you too much. We can't show you too much of what we're going to do. We want to make it a good day for you. We want to make this entertaining, but we don't want to give away our game. We don't want to show our best stuff. We don't want to show our best plays. So they're going to try to put on a good show, more or less. But he didn't want to give the game away. And I get that, and they're still learning. Some other things I wrote down that he said, I'm not going to say everything, but he made a very big deal about Turquoise Hunter. He said he is he said he is the best running back he's ever coached. He said he's coached some, I think, solid running backs, but Turquoise Hunter is the best. And one thing I like that he said about Turquoise Hunter that he likes about him, he likes that he shuts up and he gets the job done. He's quiet. He's going to come in. He's going to work hard. He's going to do what he needs to do, and then he's going to get the job done. He doesn't complain. He doesn't cause drama. That's really what he's getting at. He's a drama-free kind of player. He's going to, coach, what do I need to do? He's going to go out there and just nail it. He's going to do a job really well, and then he's going to be quiet. That's kind of awesome. As a coach, I mean, that's what you want. You want your guys to implement your process, implement your plan, execute it well, and that's it. And Turquoise Hunter is that kind of guy, and that's what Hugh Freeze was getting at. He also had some good things to say about DAndre Alston. He spoke the most. I really think he spoke the most about Rivaldo Fairweather. I didn't write down how many times, but I heard his name multiple times, him talking about how ready he is, how he's doing really well. He talked about how the tight end position is going to be key in what they're running and what they're trying to do. The tight end position is a key position, and they have, I think he said, the most to learn of anybody on offense. I can't remember how he phrased it, but he said a lot about Rivaldo Fairweather. So I'm very interested in how he develops, because it just sounds like there's a lot of hype building up behind Rivaldo. He also mentioned, that doesn't matter, he said something about Holden Garner. He mentioned he's doing well, but he's really trying to not give any favoritism towards Holden or Robbie or TJ or anybody. He's trying to keep it as equal as he can, because he sees what we do. When you give us an inch, we take a mile. And so if you make it sound like somebody is doing really well, we're going to run with it. So he's trying to keep it even, because that's what he's got to do as coach. The other thing that I thought was really interesting, the most interesting point he made during this whole press conference, was what he said about the ADay game in general. He thinks that the ADay game should change the format completely. He wants it to be more of a scrimmage. He's like, why can't we get out there against somebody like Troy or UAB or Alabama State and actually have a scrimmage. Then we cut down, and his reasoning for this is you cut down on the injury possibilities by 50%. This is something where right now I want you to go down to the comments and tell me, what do you think about that? Would you prefer ADay to be as it is, Auburn versus Auburn, or do you think it would be better if it changed formats and it was more of a scrimmage format where Auburn's playing a Division II type team? Me personally, I just want to keep ADay the same. I like it. It's something I look forward to going to every year. I like that it's just an all Auburn kind of thing. I get you want to cut down on the injuries, so I understand that aspect. But at the same time, I enjoy the current format. I would, however, be in favor of adding a scrimmage. I think that'd be great. If you were able to have ADay in April, and then maybe in May or June or something like that, you're able to have a scrimmage with a smaller college, I think that would be a great addition. But I don't think we should be doing that in place of ADay. That's just my personal opinion, but I'd love to know your thoughts on what Coach Hugh Freeze said about the ADay format, and if there's anything else you thought that was interesting that he said if you actually watched the press conference, or anything I said. Do you wish he'd said a little more about the quarterbacks? Do you like what he said about Turquoise Hunter, Rivaldo Fairweather? And then ultimately, again, I want to know what you think about his comments regarding ADay. Thank you guys for watching this one. Please make sure you hit the like button real quick. It's simple to do, helps this video out. And also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.